Right. After that, we come to the tahara of the wudu. I would like to have a bucket and explain to you the wudu practically. So if there's somebody who can bring me a bucket and a bottle of water, that one is on the table, is more than enough. The hadith of the authority of Humran, and he was the servant, slave of Uthman radiallahu anhu, whom he had been asked by Uthman radiallahu anhu to bring him water to make wudu. So he made the following, and I'm going to describe it in general. And he said, I have seen the Prophet ﷺ doing that. What did he do? He put his hands and he washed it up to the wrist 3 times. And after that, he put water in his mouth and he rinsed his mouth 3 times. Then he put water in his nostrils and he rinsed, or he sniffed the water 3 times. And then after that, he washed his face. And that's the face. Face, what is facing you? So the neck is not part of the face. But the face is what is facing you. From the top, is from the end, where the hair of yours goes from the top, the end of it, to the earlobe. Okay, the earlobe is not part of it. And the chin. That's the face. Underneath the chin is not the face. 3 times. And then after that, the beard. If you have a beard, you make takhleeb. So you wipe it with your hand like that, or like this and like this, or you could on top of it as well, you put like that. As long as you make sure that if you haven't got a beard, grow a beard. You said it's compulsory. Then after that, you put your hands up to the elbows. You want a piece of cloth? Nylon. Yeah, for the sake of not the water comes in. Yeah, no problem. Don't worry, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to drop no water, but there will be. And after that, up to the elbow, you have the arms up to the elbow 3 times, right, then the left. Then after that, you wipe your hands. That means you wet your hands. So you take the water, throw it, whatever is left in your hands, you go to your head this way, and that way, whatever is left in the water in your fingers. If you haven't got, then take another water. What usually they will be, and put the index inside your ears and thumb from outside the ears, and you do like that. And now that is being done once. Can you do it 2 times and 3 times? Yes! Something you haven't learned before. You could do that 3 times. So once, twice, 3 times, no problem. Something you haven't heard before. Then after that, the feet up to the ankles, right, 3 times. Left and 3 times. We finished? Khalas. That's the wudu, and let's just do it practically. I know the sisters are not seeing. They've got a monitor there?
Yeah, they have.
Oh, the monitor?
Yeah.
That's good. Brilliant. Well advanced. Okay. Do you think this water is enough for me?
More than enough.
That's enough for 5 people, maybe. If you're careful about it. But if you're not careful, I think twice of this people are not enough. Okay. What is enough for you is supposed to be less than 1 liter. Now this is 2 liter. So less than 1 liter will be enough for you. The one that takes most of the water is what? The feet. Exactly. That's the one. Right. So, Jazakallah. If your bucket was bigger, then I mean, yeah.
That's why we
Yeah, need a backup, which is, you know, that bucket is, I have to aim for the water to go inside. Okay, just put this here. Here, and then your black bag. That's it. Very good. Good thinking, Ya Jamal. That's better. That's even better, mashallah. Right. When I start my wudu, just like when I start putting my clothes on, just like when I start slaughtering, just like when I start eating, what do I say? No, you don't have to. I'll do that. I don't. If everybody wants somebody to help them, it's going to be terrible. unless you are one-handed, or even one-handed can do it on his own, or ill, but you have to do it in your own. Okay? So, okay, there's no cap to make sure that it doesn't drop. Alright, so please sit down, everybody. Okay, I'm going to put from the left onto the right. I'm going to wash my hands 3 times. So that's 1. Okay, up to the what? The wrist. That wash is not compulsory. I'm going to as well wash my knuckles. Remember that Sunnah al-Fitra? Okay, what's that for?
That's how you ask for a cup.
I didn't know. So sit down. They're going to bring my wudhu. Right, okay. So that's not compulsory. What is compulsory is when you come to the hand, all of it together. So that's a sunnah. So if you did not do this, make sure that when you wash your hands, you wash as well your palms with it. When you come to the hand. Okay? Yeah. So if you have a ring, just move it a bit. Okay, just smooth the ring. You don't have to take it out. Just smooth it. Which means the water came outside. You have a ring. Okay, so that's 1, and then twice, 3 times. Alright? Once is enough. Twice is enough. 3 times is a sunnah. The best. But once is enough. And it will be more or recommended than the 3 if you're having more water. Or if the Jumaadaa is on. Hey, the Jumaadaa is on, the prayer is on, you want to make Wuduu. You don't take your time. So once now becomes better because catching more of the prayer, more the priority than making the sunnah of the Wuduu. You understand that? So once. Okay. After that, I go to the mouth. 1 is enough, 2 is enough, 3 is a sunnah. So I'm going to do it once. So this is water. I'm rinsing and then spitting. We do once, twice, 3 times. After that, the nostrils. So I go, my head is like this. I don't have to go like that. So all of it, my head, just like this. So there's no gargling like that because if you're fasting, you might break your fast. You don't go, so that's the second time. You could do this with 1, which is better to do it once in a while, to alternate, and better when you have less water, which is the mouth and the nostril in 1. So 2 in 1. So half will go here, half will go there. Half. And I do this all the time. Better for me, faster, more saving of the water. And the Prophet used to do it. So, now, please notice, I put the water into my mouth and my nostril with the right, and I take it from the nostril with the left. The left. Right. Then after that, the face. So I take the water like that. Okay? So I'm gonna, that's the face. Okay? And then make sure that the water, goes into this eyes of yours, not inside. So I'm going like this. That's once, twice, 3 times. So that's the face. That's it. You don't have to do that. Some people do like this. Hit the face. So slowly. Okay. And then after that, 3 times, you could now do the, we will call it takhleel al-lihya. It's 1 al-lihya. Okay? Enough. Or you could do like this. Or you could do like that. All of that is allowed. That's it. Takhleel al-lihya. Once. And after that, I go to the hand. So I could do like this, and then I roll it. So it goes all the way, and I make sure that I'm doing the elbow. Now, if I didn't do the hands at the beginning, I make sure that I am doing it again. But if I did it now, I could really be tolerant. I don't have to really make my knuckles again and again, because I've done it at the beginning. That's once, twice, 3 times. After that, I go to the left. Either I put on the right, and then put on the left, that's what I do. Or you could put on the left and do like this. But maybe this one is not comfortable for you, so you just put on the right hand, fill it up, and like this. Okay, and make sure now as well with the hand, because you've done it at the beginning, so no problem about that. So alhamdulillah, once, twice, 3 times. After that, I take water and I let go. And then I go to my head, going, and forward. Then whatever is left, I've got lots, you see, water is left. I could take it from my hair as well. And put my index in my ears, right on the right, left on the left, and the thumb is from outside. That's, I do it once, that's the sunnah. You could do it twice, you could do it 3 times. Don't exceed 3 times in any part of the limbs. Then after that, the foot. Look how much water I've used. And look how much from the bottle. You could hardly see the difference. And I said to you, 5 people, even more than 5 people do that. But as I said, usually is the case, it is the foot that takes the water. But in my case, inshallah, I will not. Alhamdulillah. Right. So I'm going to use okay. Now from the sunnah as well, that I have to put water in between my toes, with my little finger, like this. Or do it with the right, but the left is better. Always use the left for cleaning. So that's once, twice, 3 times. Okay. Same thing with the left foot. So I'm going to go to the left foot, and I'm going to use. I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable, but I think alhamdulillah I could see that I am a bit agile, mashallah. Because if I'm fat, I can't do that. Okay. Right, okay. I'm finished now. I'm ready now for the prayer. Notice the following. Number 1. Regarding the numbers of the fosh, you could make your hand once, your face twice, your nostril 3 times. It doesn't matter. But the sunnah is to do it 1, 1, 1, 1. But Prophet of Allah, he had done. Once he washed his hand 3 times. Then he went to the mouth, he did it once. Then the nostril twice. So no problem. Number 2, which is more important, the order. The order is not compulsory, but it's highly recommended. You've seen the order that I've done? Now, according to some scholars, it's compulsory or a condition. It is not. Because they say the ayah, which is the ayah that is their proof. But we have more powerful proof, which is a sunnah, that interprets the ayah, where the Prophet of Allah, he has done the following. He washed his hands, then after that, he had washed his face. And after that, he washed his arm, then he went back to his mouth and his nostrils. So, this is what he is telling us. He's telling us that number 1, that the order is not a condition or a pillar. Number 2, to economize the usage of water. Imagine that somebody had forgotten and he had done his, for example, his hands, then he went to his face and he forgot his nose and mouth. Then he went to his head and then, oh, remembered. If it was a pillar, then you have to repeat the order from the beginning. But because it's not a pillar, just go to it. That's Prophet of Allah made it easy for us. And this hadith is authentic. Now you might find Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen says, no. Shaykh Ibn says, yes. But I'm telling you the hadith of the Prophet of Allah. After that I tell you as well regarding the wiping of the hair. The wiping of the hair, if you have a imamah, or the woman had her scarf, she doesn't have to take it off. Do you understand that? The head is linked to the ears. So, if you have got your imamah, which is imamah, not the qalansa, this is called qalansa, because this is easy to be removed, and that is why we don't really recommend for you at all to go and wipe on top of it. But the head scarf of the woman, very hard. Take your time. And the turban, you know, the turbans and or the scarves, takes a bit of time. So you could wipe over the scarf, and you don't have to go backwards and forward. You just like that. And your ears, from inside your scarf, you wipe it. So that's for the women and allowed. And by the way, she doesn't have to have wudu before in order to her wiping over the head to be accepted. It's not like the foot. The foot is something else. Wiping over the foot. Wiping over the khuf, sorry. This is the second or the third issue. Now, another issue, which is when we come to the wiping of the foot, or the khuf, sorry. If you have a khuf or a shoe or a sock, and you have already had made wudu and put the sock on, you don't have to take it off. You wipe over it, as we're going to see inshallah when we come to the masih ala al-khuffayn. Right. This was wudu. Please make sure that you have lined up all your questions regarding the wudu before we go to the other issues.